The lesson asks, why does God give Judah and Jerusalem into the hands of the Babylonians? Was God punishing them for their disobedience? This is often taught. They were disobedient, they wouldn't stay loyal, so God punished them for their disobedience. Is that what happened? Well, I guess it could depend on how you personally define the word punishment. Some people have used that word to mean discipline. Personally, I like to differentiate those two words. Punishment comes from the word punitive, means take vengeance upon, to simply inflict a consequence of pain and suffering upon someone for breaking a rule, punishing. I like discipline. Discipline means come from the root word disciple. It means to teach, to educate, to enlighten, to help build up someone who's going down a destructive path. I will tell you, if you remember the context of Old Testament Scripture, and what's the context of Old Testament Scripture? The overall great controversy context starts in Genesis 3. After Adam and Eve sins, God promises a Messiah that will crush the serpent's head. And the rest of the Old Testament is a process of these two grand forces, the forces of truth, love, freedom, battling lies, selfishness, and coercion for the purpose of bringing Messiah to earth to save the species. That's the whole story. If you miss the story, if you get lost in the weeds, losing the forest for the trees, which many people do, and they focus on individual standalone stories, they don't see what's actually happening, they don't make sense of it. But look at the context. Satan tried to harden everybody's heart against God so that nobody would cooperate to be the mother of Jesus. And at one point in human history, again, only one righteous man and his family is left. Act of punishment? I don't believe it. Act of therapeutic action? How about through the rest of the Old Testament? God then tells Abraham, it's from your family, the Messiah is coming. Satan doesn't have to destroy all human branches of the family tree now. He only has to destroy Abraham's branch. And not just Abraham's branch, Isaac's branch. And not just Isaac's branch, Jacob's branch. He can focus on that branch of the human family. He can destroy them. He blocks the avenue for Messiah. This is what we have. This is why we have such a focus on this family in Scripture, and we don't have much about the Chinese or the Japanese. Because it wasn't through that branch of the human family that the battle for the salvation of the planet is being waged. And by the time we're reading the story here in Daniel, 10 tribes are gone. Satan has been successful in eliminating and assimilating and corrupting and corroding 10 tribes, so they're not available anymore for the Messiah. 2 tribes are left. And why did they go into captivity? Because they were faithfully and loyally keeping God first in their life and promoting the truth as revealed in Scripture and teaching the world? Or did they go into captivity because they were also going down the path of paganism? And the truth about God was threatened to be lost. And so God allowed the captivity to come, and think of the outcome. Did being taken captive in Babylon destroy this branch of the family tree and destroy those who are loyal to God? Or did it actually work to keep open the family tree and have a remnant restored to be available for Christ to be born? It was, in my view, not a punishment at all. God permitted this for a therapeutic purpose, knowing it was necessary, as painful as it is. Let the child touch the hot stove. Painful, but therapeutic for the larger purpose.